Hello, welcome back. We will continue in Doki with him. The ending of last stream. Whew. It is a tragic one. I was bound for something bad to happen. But, you know, it happened very quickly. Wasn't expecting it to be like that. I know something bad happened, but man, I wasn't expecting that. Although it's also kind of, in a way, it's good that we didn't see anything. That is good. Because I know YouTube really doesn't like that. But even still, it's a tragic end to such a good character. Despite her outward appearances, she was seen as perfect. She was the perfect person, but I still had her own problems, except no one saw it and became too much and didn't really tell anyone. And that's the end. Which kind of sucks. But what can you do? It is what it is. But all we can now do is move on. Hopefully our character gets the help he needs. Because at the moment he hasn't really done that. Which is a shame because it would be a shame for our character to go as well. I need to restart my bass track and I don't think it's on the right microphone. Because my mouth isn't really synced. Yep, it should be. There you go. There you go, and I'm back. Okay, it's working a lot better now. There you go. Don't know what that was about. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get our good. Well, I say good ending. The good end's already gone, but hopefully our character can get past it. In some respects, he seems to be. In some respects, he seems to be getting better, but in others, he really doesn't. Seems to be the opposite of getting better, if anything worse. Hopefully that isn't the case forever, but there's only really one way to find out. Hopefully, we see him get better. We obviously know he's done a Yuri, as well as... yeah. We'll see. Well, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, we'll see how it goes anyway. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. I don't know how much longer we've got left though, because it's going a lot longer after we only just started. Like, her death is literally start of Act 3, which is surprising. Oh, please. There we go. There. Are working? Yep, cool. That looks good. This looks good. I feel sorry run a hand with the hair on the back of my head. We're all here for you, and no matter how hard it gets, we'll always be here. Again, I know she cares, and aside from Monica not being here, that part still hurts. She already has her own demons she's fighting. She doesn't need me to make things worse. Aside from my sobs, I'm silent. Eventually, we release each other. I hope you know I meant every word of that. Wipe my eyes. I know, Sayo. I know you said you don't want. I know I said I don't want you coming in tomorrow. And to be honest, I still don't. If you do you mind if the girls and I walk to school with you? As much as I want to say no and give her one of several possible excuses I can come up with, I can't deny I would appreciate the company. Yeah, I think I'd like that. With her tears, she beams brightly. I scratch the back of my neck. Also, I'm sorry for yelling at you. It's fine. You kind of scared me a little though. I look away, flush faintly. I need to get a grip. I'm guessing you're gonna be going home now? I was thinking about staying over for a bit, you know, like old times. A slight smile forms across my lips. Nostalgia can be a sweet thing. Yeah, I'd like that. So what are we doing? We're watching some Netflix? Very safe for the next few hours. Staying true to her words, she asked both Natsuki and Yuri if they'd want to walk with us. Luckily for us, they seemed more than happy to. As she left, I went upstairs, being able to bring myself to untie the towel from my handle. I ended up dumping the towel in the bathroom. As for now, I'm laying on the bed, looking at the ceiling. They seem to speed by. Then again, that's just weekends in general. As I try to relax, though, I can't help but think about the memorial tomorrow. No, I told Sway that I'm fine coming in a good chunk of me still sure of that. Desperately want to move on from Monica being taken away from me. But there's another part of me wondering if I'm trying to force myself too soon. Yeah, I don't know. When would you consider too soon? I think, we could have to wait it out. If we wait it out, I don't think that's going to be a good idea, waiting. It's both good to get it done and out of the way, but then also rushing it could be a bad thing. Lebron? Oh, hello. Welcome. How's your exam revising going? Feeling exhausted, I try to close my eyes and get some rest. What's going on? We are going to Monica's memorial thing on Monday. Because we found out what happened to Monica and how she overdosed. And now Ricardo's going through days struggling. But he's going to go to the memorial Monday with the other club members, so see how that goes for him. Feeling exhausted, I close my eyes to get some sleep. Or rest. Sleep, rest, same thing. I can't sleep. Like most nights, I just see her. Sit up in bed and bury my hands against my knees. Breathing heavily, my eyes look towards me. No. No. Not now. You've just gone barely 2 days without it. You can make a third. Force myself to look away, burying my face deeper against my knees. Can't see it, I can't be tempted. Right? My eyes go on a constant back and forth between my bed and cabinet. It lasts what feels like a good few minutes until eventually they settle on the cabinet. My body takes control of itself once again. My arm reaches towards the top drawer. I'm glad I missed it, or else I would have cried myself to sleep. Yikes. That's a bad time. Yeah, I will admit that hit the feel. I'm not really a Monica person, but my goodness, that hit the feels. I did hit the feels. The writing and everything is really, really good. Like yeah, it was really good. Body takes control of itself again, my arm reaches towards the top drawer. I open it and pull it out. My scan the sharp edge of tears, I find myself face to face with my makeshift coping mechanism. I palpitate, sucking the air from my teeth, I press. Just one time I go. I don't know, now I don't know what more to play next. Yeah, we'll figure that out. One more time. Oh. I find myself in a dark hallway. I keep walking, but the hallway is never ending. It's a recurring dream I'm having. It's one I can't control no matter how much I try. I know whose house I'm in. Much like every time I've had this dream, I keep walking, trying every door to no avail. Eventually, though, I come across the door I always do. No empty. One with a slightly bloody doorknob. That's her door. I grip it tightly, taking a deep breath. I gently open the door. I force awake by the time my alarm. A never ending. Great, thankfully I didn't need to see that sight again. I checked my phone. 6:30. I'm actually surprised I managed to wake up in time. The past few times I've used an alarm, I just sort of slept through it. Maybe it's because I know they're going to be waiting for me. Maybe it's because of that. Whichever it is, I'm awake. I get up and fetch my uniform from the closet, silencing my alarm as I do so. Yeah, I think apparently dreams where you're consistently walking a never-ending hallway is a sign that you're running from something, but you can't escape it. Or you're trying to run away from something or get away from something. Which I can kind of see where our car's coming from. But the difference is we do get to the end and presumably see something we don't want to see. Well, I get my shirt and I look at both my arms with deep regret. I was doing so well. There's some bandages downstairs, I can use them. Taking the rest of my uniform with me, I head to the kitchen. Rest my shirt, blazer and tie on the table before I search for some bandages. Check every shelf and cupboard until I eventually find them. I carefully wrap them over the wounds. My uniform should be enough to hide them. At least I hope so. As I'm buttoning my shirt, there's a knock at the door. I unlock the door and open to see Natsuki and... Oh, it's Mamoru standing there. We both share a similar looking concern as look at me. Considering everything that's happened, coupled with my general lack of contact with anyone outside of Sorry and Mum, can't say I'm surprised. Hey, you two. Hey, you doing okay? I nod. Yeah, I'm fine. Just woke up not too long ago. I don't tell either of them about my dream what I'd done last night. I turn to Mamoru and smile nervously. Been a while, hasn't it? It has. I'm glad you're doing alright. Echo. Stop lying. How's your mum been doing? She's been okay. Still quite annoyed about having to go on a trip, but still okay nonetheless. He nods. He turns to Natsuki. I'll be off now, you got your keys, right? She takes the house keys out of her pocket to show him. You gonna be back normal time? Should be, yeah. Always, I'll see you when I'm back. Maru waves to me before heading out. As soon as I hear the car leaving, I speak. Quite surprised he came with you. He heads about you too, you know. No, I know that. I just meant I thought he would have been at work already. I mean, I would have just walked down, but he woke up earlier than usual. So I decided to screw it and ask him to drop me off. He smells chiefly contrasting with her earlier display of worry. Knowing her, though, is still on her mind. I then head to the kitchen to fetch my blazer and bag, immediately heading back to Natsuki as I do so. What do I do before they get here? To be honest, I didn't really think about that. I just kind of assumed someone would be here before me. I checked my phone for the time. 6:58. She should be up by now. As a phone cue, there's a knock. Once more I open the door. Morning. Chia radiates across the room. He smells warmly in my direction. Considering what's happening today, it seems strange seeing their smiles. My best guess is they're trying to remain positive. Morning, it's great to see you both. Anyway, we're gonna get going. I know it should be considerably early, but I personally wouldn't mind having a slower walk. If that's okay with everyone? I mean, I don't mind. You too? I look towards both Natsuki and Sori. I wouldn't mind that. Nods in agreement. Both of us then walk out. Make sure to lock your door, we don't want to get robbed. That would be a bad day. We initially start walking in a group, but soon I end up merely trailing behind them. Looking down towards the ground. No, for trying the best to remain optimistic, but I can't. No matter how many times I move forward, my mind just ends up taking several steps back. Can't move on. You never will. Look back up to the other three. Can't keep dragging them along with you. Stopped my tracks and raised my hand to my head. Painful irritating migraines shoot through the side of my head. Breathing goes heavy as I stand. Eventually, though, I'm pulled back into reality by a gentle hand grabbing a hold of my bicep. I look towards the side and see Yui standing there, her cheeks rosy and her expression of worry. Are you alright, Echo? Seeing her close flusters me. It's nothing. Just slight headache. But I start forward to see Natsuki and Sori way ahead of us. How long was I spacing out? He smiles towards me and the others gestures them, presumably to tell them to carry on. I see them keep walking until they turn a corner. Would you like to walk together? Considering how close she is, I don't really have much of an option. Plus, I didn't really talk to her at the funeral. I mean, I'm probably going to be bad company. I wouldn't mind. Walk in silence. There's this feeling of awkwardness. Can't tell how close or the small glances she makes in my direction, if anything else. Knowing me is probably my mind making things seem worse than they are. Not probably, that's exactly it. the silence lasts longer, Yuri starts to softly speak up. So, no, we didn't talk much on Saturday. I just wanted to ask, how you been? I don't really know the answer to that question, but it's something I can't bring myself to admit. I've been fine. Well, not completely fine. I did cry for up a bit yesterday. Besides, I'm fat. I have to say, I didn't expect you to come in today. I was gonna have to come back at some point. I'll stay cooped up at home forever. I certainly can't keep hiding from what happened. So after I said that, I noticed you were getting a little uncomfortable by my unknowingly harsh tone. Sorry, I didn't. You have to apologize. I can imagine it's still quite difficult, like, dealing with all this. I exhale. I remember you were saying if you wanted to talk to her about anything that was bothering me. Both that was before Monica. Surely the offer would still stand, right? It is difficult. You ever wake up in the middle of the night because it feels like someone's there, only to realize you're alone? She overly fumbles with a strand of her hair. Once or twice. That was a while ago. Not that I'm trying to compare to what you're going through to a silly little fantasy of mine. It is fine. But that's how it feels most nights. Still feel her presence more than I'd like to admit. And sometimes it's hard to tell whether or not it's a good thing. Her breathing is slowly building speed once again. You loved her, Echo. Of course she'll be on your mind. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about what happened. A warm, confident smile comes across her face. She gently squeezed my hand. Never forget I'm here for you. We all are. Looking in her eyes and a smile and grip on my hand reminds me of how Monica used to be. She'd be trying. No, you idiot, she's being nice. My heart's beating like it wants to burst that much. Are you having a heart attack? It then seems to realize what she's been doing. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I would tell it's okay, but I'm speechless. I simply nod and continue to walk to school in a tense, awkward silence. We eventually catch up with Sori and Asuki. We wordlessly walk up to them. However, Yuri ends up walking straight past them, the three of us directly into school. In the slight glimpse I got of her, I noticed her face was still crimson. Asuki opts to chase after her. What's up with Yuri? I was talking about how I'd been as she started holding my hand, and as soon as she realized she was doing it, she just, I don't know. Guess she freaked out a little? Asked me a worried glance. Still want me to walk with you? I nod as we continue on our way. As she accompanies me to class, I can feel the eyes of all the other students etch themselves into my skin. They start staring with cold, shocked expressions, almost like they've seen a ghost. I bite the inside of my lip in a vain attempt to silence my concentration. There's whispers too. Whether they're about me or not, I don't know. But they're whispers nonetheless. Eventually, though, we make our way to the first class of the week. Before Soi goes off to own, I ask her one last thing. Where's the memorial? Her voice is dry, hushed, and monotone. I'm not too sure, but I'm guessing I'm probably doing first break. I nod my eyes drifting towards the door. Guess I'll see you then? I nod signs my only response to her downcast tone. Without hesitation, she sinks away into the crowd as she goes off to her own class. As for me, I just idly stand around, just waiting for the bell to ring. It eventually does. I sigh. Let's get this over with, I suppose. Yeah, we need to go to school. Everything's got so great. Oh, it's raining. Second class ended a little earlier than usual, most likely to make sure all of us got time to memorials visit. I deliberately make the choice to be the last one out. Before I left, my teacher asked if I was doing okay. I knew the rest of the school knew about me and Monica, but I didn't realize that applied to the staff too. Of course, I told them I was fine. I'm fine. That phrase has lost all meaning to me. It's nothing but a deflector at this point. I ended up trailing behind the rest of my class until we reached the main hall. The hall is packed. From the many faces I'd seen in the crowd, I can spot Sori and Asuki and Raiju. I'm presuming Noha and Kaya will make their appearance soon. As I look on, I spot an empty seat next to Yuri. Rather sheepishly, I approach her. She glances at me, just looks away as quickly. I sit down, eyes lock on mine. Seemingly apologetic smile on her face. My eyes just fixate towards the front of the room. There on a large screen at the front of the room is a photo of Monica. I can feel my chest getting a little tighter just looking at her. Seeming to sense this, Yuri gently rests a hand on one of my wrists. A slightly wincing response causing you to look away with more concerned expression. What is it? She goes to say something but stops herself. Presumably she's going to ask about my arms. Eventually though she speaks up. You still mad at me? You know, about this morning? What? I wasn't mad at you. Think of what happened this morning. That how I came off? I wasn't mad, I was just surprised. Ah. Regardless, I'm sorry about this morning. I nod wordlessly before continuing. Once more, my voice is monotone. You don't have to apologize. Eyes doesn't leave Monica's picture. Put on my eye, I can see her look towards the picture and then back at me. Then places a hand on my knee. Speak softly. Well, get through this together, Echo. We lock eyes for a moment, but before I can say anything else though, someone at the front of the hall clears their throat over the microphone. The DLC Our Two Realities mod. I finally found a good one. Huh. Interesting. The pair of us look forward. Looks like the memorial is starting. 7 minutes drag on, each one feeling more and more like an eternity. Staff members of the school council and other associate students come up to speak with Monica. Wherever it was about how she was in class, how they met, or something the memory associated with her, the stories keep coming. I know their intentions are good, but the whole thing is just another painful reminder she's gone. Keep rushing towards the myriad of emotions and forth throughout the whole ceremony. Grief, anger, guilt. There's too many to list. One thing is a constant, though, is an undying feeling that I'm going to be sick. By some miracle, I'm able to hold back my tears. Tears I so desperately want to release. I do have to wonder, though, in another life, if I had been with either Yuri, Sori, or Natsuki, would they have suffered the same fate? Would the school have cared this much? Did they even care about her? Like, did they generally care? Or was this whole send-off just another display of false sympathy? Like I need to do any more of that. If I didn't know, but like I did. My breathing quickens, catching the attention of some of the students near me. Especially Yuri. I try to fill my head with happy thoughts to keep myself sane. But that's the issue. For every happy memory I have with her, it all keeps leading up to that day. Thankfully, it all comes to an end, and I get up to leave. On the way out the hall, each student handed a pamphlet about mental health. One mostly about this depression with a bunch of suicide prevention hotlines at the end of it. I appreciate the sentiment, but what Monica was going through went beyond that. Whilst everyone else heads back to class, I decided to skip class entirely. Soon enough, I find myself at the stairwell that leads up to the roof. Before I can walk up, I hear a voice call my name. Echo. I don't see Natsuki running towards me. She looks worried. Let me guess, you told me I seemed off and to check up on me? Take my blunt delivery. Well, yeah. I figured as much. I sit down on the stairs and look down at the floor. She sits down next to me. No, MC, don't even... Yeah, I still remain silent. She nudges me. Please say something. I look up to me to gaze. My eyes are glassy, I shake my head. What's there to say, Nat? I get up, my eyes still on Natsuki. Gaze up the stairs. No, it's only a quick dash up to the roof. No, not now. Too public, too messy. In my day, it's the only reason Natsuki had grabbed a hold of my blazer. Please don't. Her voice cracks. Either call a conversation or she knows what I was thinking. Turn to face her for only to close her eyes tightly. Natsuki? I wasn't going... Go quiet. Even now I'm lying for my teeth. What was your reaction when you found out she was your stepsister? Well, technically she's not yet. But it was cool. You're not gonna lose me, not Natsuki. I hope not. Look back, her tears streaking down her face. I've really lost one of my friends, Echo. I don't think I can handle losing another. She stifles a sob as to take a step away. Hey, I'm back. Hey, welcome back, Sad. How are you doing? How's your moving going? Even in this state, I can't even truthfully tell her that I'll be okay. Despite how I try to come off, I'm fully aware I'm not okay. And my voice in the head only makes that worse. I barely make eye contact as I speak. Want me to walk you to class? She nods sadly. I finished. What did I miss? Well, Monica's dead. She kind of, overdosed. Our character found out from her mother telling us, and now our character's trying to recover, but he's also struggling now. And everyone can see that, and everything's very gloomy and sad. How long we got left this mod, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a bit gloomy at the moment. She nods sadly, then start slowly walking together. Now all I have left is Echo and sad. The rest of the school day drags. Even class that would be felt quite more somber. My mind keeps replaying the events of the past few days and weeks. You missed me crying over here on Twitch. Yeah, it's a shame, but we just gotta work. We gotta get past it and carry on. As is life, sadly. My mind keeps from the outside looking in, it might not seem like a lot of time has passed, but for me, it feels like a lifetime has dragged by. Minutes feel like hours, hours like weeks, and weeks like years, all because of just one day. The day my life was flipped upside down. It's only a mod, yeah. I tell you, it's a bloody good mod. It is a really good mod. The writing, like, the whole, like, I'm not the biggest Monica fan, but I have to say the storytelling was really good. I did get the feels. And they didn't have to show anything. I'm jumping into a pool. As long as you can swim. I will admit, what was it? It's a given pace because it didn't show anything. We didn't see anything bad. But the descriptive writing and how well it was dealt with meant that we didn't need to see it for it to be bad. No, I'm gonna put on them. Nah, don't do that. There's no need for that. You got so much to see and do in the world. And sleeping with the fishes is not a good one. And all of this needless prodding from other students and staff isn't helping. False sympathy. That's all it is. For the second time today, I'm overcome with a sense of sickness with a deep pit in my stomach. Breathing goes deeper, my body is trembling. I start tapping my index finger against my desk. Getting restless. I get my bag from my desk and I stand up. As I do, the rest of the class focus their attention on me. Well, teacher Echo, are you okay? I look towards the teacher, my body's still shaking. Yeah, I'm just not feeling too well. I head out of the class and head straight for the bathroom. Upon entering the bathroom, immediately dart into the queue with, okay. Reaches a point I might feel a cramp in my stomach. Man, you're really pathetic, aren't you? Shut it. You can tell how guy I was self-destructive. I grumble to myself as if the voice in my head is just another person. Thank goodness I'm alone. Did anyone else think I'm crazy than I already am? If this was real life, if this was the real game, I would have actually done something. Yeah, oops. It's definitely something, I'll say that much. Although, yeah, there's really not much to say about it, really, other than it's just bad. After all, I managed to pick myself up, but I don't move from the stall. I just stand there wondering what to do next. I then shut the stall door and lock it. I was shaking hands to take off my blazer. I unbuttoned my left sleeve cuff and rolled up the sleeve, revealing the bandages. Brushed my fingers up against the wrap until they reached the end of where I had cut it off. Right the first time I played it, I couldn't stop until I fell asleep. My goodness, I didn't really find that. I haven't ever had a game that hit me that hard. I believe through a partly opened mouth. Do it. I carefully grabbed the end of the wrap only to let go soon after. No, I can't do it. I wasn't here to stop you. When it egged me on as I unwrapped my arm. My return is aftermath of many restless nights. Serious slashes some fresh and many in various states of scabbing. Pains me to look at it. What would Monica think of this? I don't know what compelled me to do so, but I rubbed my thumb against them. Oh. One's now breathing from my teeth. Quit stalling. No, don't do it! The bell then suddenly rings. In my surprise, I end up yanking one... Banging the back of my head against a store wall in blind frustration. As a slight blood starts trickle from a reopened wound, I yank my sleeves and pull my blazer back on. Don't do it here. Don't do it ever. It's not good. You should never do that. Then grabbed my bag and locked the door and started journey to the literature club. The walk to the club was a silent one. It ended up being more of what it was like this morning. The endless sea of eyes all watching me. This is how is it going to feel from now on? Because that's the impression I'm left with after today. And already I'm sick to death of it. I opened the door to an empty club room. The only other present that greets me is the sparse sunlight peeking from the clouds and the pitter-patter of the rain outside. Never do it. I've already got 3 scars from elbow from doing that once. Yeah, it's just not good. Really isn't. It's not a good thing to be doing. Picking scabs, it'll... Yeah, not as bad, but actually petting yourself, that's not good. Really not good. You can lead up to infections and whatnot, and you don't want to get an infection. Those things are nasty. And just the thing in general is not good. I sailed towards the desk closest to the closet and sit down. I stared blankly out the window, watching the rain trickle down against the window pane. I shouldn't have come back. The only response I get is a deafening silence. If only my mind was this quiet. I know what's beckoning me to do it. Can't give in. Not again. Even though you eventually will. Leave me alone. Plead for my mind to stop. My head and snaps towards the door as it opens up. It's only Yuri. Seems deep in thought. Almost one time had... Good, I'm glad I get therapy now. And that's a good thing. Like, it's... Being able to stop yourself and get therapy is really good. And I bet that wasn't easy, so well done. That's really good. This is as bad as trying to figure out where to put the straw wrapper at the restaurant. Yeah, I just stick it in my pocket. It's just easier. That was a dark time. But look at it now, you got past it. If you can get past that, you can get past anything. She seems deep in thought, then opens her eyes and she averts to age just as quickly. I return to gazing out the window. The rain seemed to have calmed down for a moment, but the clouds remain. My attention is brought back to the club room by the sound of Yuri's approaching footsteps. How are you, Echo? I shrug. Isn't that answer obvious enough? I'm fine. I really am. You don't sound so confident about your answer. First it once more and a sigh parted. I was looking out the window once more. I saw you doing to a name memorial. I know. You couldn't keep your eyes off me. I'm trying to look out for you, Echo. I tell you, I go to say something, but I stop myself. Least I end up snapping at her. I'm again like this. She's done nothing wrong. Remember how I told you this morning? We get through this. That was going to be difficult, but I promise we'll get through it. After you finish, she smiles bashfully. It's a nice sentiment, but I open my mouth again. Does that we include Natsuki and Sori? Or does that just include us two, Yuri? Don't snap, yeah, she falls silent, my voice shows sign of cracking. I didn't mean to shout. Got the wrong idea, Echo. Of course it includes the others. I look away, sighing quietly. I admit I was a bit hesitant to talk to you after what happened. But that was mostly because I was worried I was partly responsible. You weren't to blame, Yuri. I sigh. I'd stay with her father, but I should have done more to get her out of there when I realized what was going on. Can't blame myself, Echo. Didn't know that what she was going to do. But I knew how her father was treating her. Could have called the police, I could have tried to have her stay at mine until we got our own place. I could have done anything but let her stay with him. And now I can't get her out of my head. As I shout, my voice finally cracks. Do you even know what it's like to lose someone like that? You know you still like him. Yeah, she does. Someone who you love. Someone you knew was struggling, but since things were just fine as far as you two were concerned, you didn't bother trying to help. That's what it feels like. You didn't have to live knowing your selfishness killed the one you loved. But I do, because I didn't do anything but stand there trying to make us look like the perfect couple. Trying to pretend that she wasn't constantly being abused and I was losing sleep because I was scared. In a way, I feel like I did it, all because I was too stupid and lazy to do anything. My chest is front. Oh, the music. That's why you hate her dad so much. Yeah. Don't do it, yeah. Her dad wasn't good. My chest is frantically rising up and down and my hands are shaking. She looks at me in complete shock. I can't even look her in the eyes. How could I after all that? Instead I said towards the front of the room, I'm sorry for yelling, I'm exhausted. It's all exhausting. I lay holding back tears, I turn my face to her. To my surprise, she approaches me and crouches to my eye level. That's why I'm worried about you. Truly want to help, Echo. Shake my head, eyes not leaving her despite my tears falling. There's no point. If you tried it wouldn't change a thing. I already hurt everyone. I want you to waste your time and energy on me. He sighs. Can I ask you something? I shrug once again, I guess. Then he grabbed hold of my hand. Instead of pulling away, I look at her violet eyes. I know it may seem a tad direct. How did it start? How did what start? The curtain, Echo. How did it all begin? Body freezes up. I'm not cutting. Shake my head in denial. You squeeze my hand gently, calling my bluff. If it helps to make you feel more comfortable, I still have some scars of my own. My expression shifts into disbelief. You do? Not my unintended omission. It was before you were part of the club. It used to be absolutely awful for it, even to the point where it had become my go-to coping mechanism. But I was eventually able to confide in Monica about it, and she was able to help me control these urges. Then looking out the window and nod to myself. I don't want to tip my head and my eyes flicker back towards her. Who told you? Mumble under my breath. Pardon? About my arm, Sherry. Who told you? But don't get snappy. Let me know when things don't get dark anymore, because I'm going to go eat. Okay. Will do. It should be getting better soon, hopefully. As Yuri stalls, the door open. Tori and Natsuki walk in. Tori's face dropped as soon as she saw me staring at her. Glance back at Yuri as she nods. Raised from her chair, causing her to look away. Sorry? My tremble sounded more like a groveling verging on becoming a frustrated growl. You told? The seeming growl softens to a whimper. It's silence for a moment. Silence apart from a pitter-patter of the rain outside. Did you? In the heat of the moment I raised my voice with a very panicked creak. What follows is more silence. She did, yeah. She told me to. We're all worried about you, Echo. You need help. She whimpers as she speaks. I find myself glancing at her in complete disbelief. No, but I'm sorry to spoil, but... Yeah, well, there's a few thoughts spinning on my head, but each and every one of them are fragmented and scattered. Take a step back and shake my head. Eventually one thought sticks out from the whirlpool. I look back between the three of them. Each of them in various states of upset and distress, but I can't stay. I sigh and look down. Forget this, I'm done. But I fetch my bag and sling over my shoulder and head out the door. About halfway down the hallway, I hear the clubroom door swing open and footsteps bolting down the hallway. Go wait up. I keep walking. Calls out to me again. I ignore her once again, still walking. Feel her grab my shoulder. In response, I spin around to sudden on my move and startle her. Echo, let me explain. Explain what, sorry? I trust you some person only for you to tell everyone else. I don't want them to know. I don't want you to know. I told them because I'm scared. They're scared. We all worried about you. I scoff. Yep, so worried you go behind my back. So what I was supposed to do then? You keep doing like nothing was wrong? Because I started to feel like you go numb to it. Either confirming or denying the past to me. We're only trying to help you. I know. Don't you think I realize that? I know I need help. But for you to go behind my back and tell them something that you swore was a secret? Yes, I admit I should have done better. But how erratic you've been, they would have found out eventually. I suffered in a manner fully becoming aware of my uncharacteristic arrogance. Yeah, like that helps. For goodness sake, just listen to me. Can't help but see you keep shouting us out all the time. I jolt back a bit in surprise. She yelled. Sure, she has sworn before, but never with this much intensity. The tone suddenly shifts to a softer one. You're like a brother to me. Seeing you like this, well, breaks my heart. You reminded me of how I was. With our last sentence, her voice becomes a trailing whisper. There's a silence between us what feels like forever. Please, say something. I shake my head and start to walk back from her. Go. Where are you going? Turning my heels and start walking faster. Doesn't take long for her to catch up. Pulls me by my sleeve. I go, please don't. Let me go. Well, let's go and sing some. My voice breaks with almost sounding like a whimper. At the moment, just standing there and stand silent, I just continue walking until I'm out of the building. I don't plan on coming back. Oh no. I'm a goon, sitting my bag down against my cabinet. Stump on my bed, face first in the pillow. Screaming as hard as I can, the pillow acting as a semi-decent seat on my mouth. Eventually my screams dissolve into sobs. That's right. A van mope. It's all you're ready and good for, isn't it? The voice inside me tells me to batter me. I internally curse myself for how I've acted at the club. Sure, I was upset as well, but I didn't need to raise my voice. I'm an idiot. So I smack my head against the pillow. Such a stupid idiot. Should have listened stronger yesterday. It was a mistake going back. Why do you have to be so stubborn? Breathe my mouth for a bit, turning, stealing. Brush goes shallow and my vision become blurred. I'm getting exhausted, so never let the exhaustion overcome me. I don't care how long I'm out for. I just need rest. Yeah, sleep. You sleep. Get some sleep. Relax. What? Campus extra return. Time, it catches up with all things in the end. It knows not reason nor rhythm, nor does it care for those you try to defend. It's phantom devouring all in its path. I won't let it catch me, fall from a high rise. I wouldn't be seen till the sunrise. Leap in front of a train, it'd be quick and quick and effective, void of pain. Slice my throat wide open with a knife. I may writhe in pain. It all runs through my head. Last time looms overhead. I need an out. I'll see you soon. I'll outrun time before it can devour me too. Okay, I know you think it doesn't. I know you've finished this before. It doesn't show anything, does it? I don't need to get safety story. I don't need to get this up. Safety story. Open my eyes once more. I groggily grab my phone and turn on the screen. Yep, 20 to 3. I let it fall back to my cabinet top as dim lights illuminates the room. While I sluggishly start to get up. When I start out of bed, I stand there for a bit. Walking about 3 dozen times after I doze off. Even then my limbs feel numb. Wiping my face with my hands, making my way to the bathroom. Get the light on and head to the sink. Run the tap water to the cold as possible. For about seconds, I move my face towards the sink. As I splash ice water against my face, I feel a chill shoot down my spine. Oh well, at least I'm awake now. I dry my face to look up at my pale and kept unshaven reflection. I stare and it stares back. To some degree, I can hardly recognize the figure in the mirror. I slowly breathe out my mouth. My subconscious take over for the umpteenth time. Look at you. Disgusting. Nothing but a shallow, miserable, disposable husk of a person you convinced you were. Because in the end, you're still that same mopey little guy you were years ago. I look down at the drawer, dresses, over one of the drawers. Though it doesn't show anything since we are on MC's point of view, it's just worse when you think if you're on Strawberry's POV. Yeah, I'd break the plastic in and get one out. Are you gonna that desperate to see her again? I slam my shut and hold my eyes shut. I need to see her again. Yep, you're that desperate. Look back at my reflection. He stares back at me in disgust. Leave me alone. Please. Need this. Of course you do. Troy was right, you have gone numb to it. Keep her name out of your mouth. Get him mouthy, eh? You've been doing that a lot lately, haven't you? Especially at Soaring. Just how on earth was she supposed to put up with you this long? Bite my lip tightly. I begin to mumble to myself. Get out of my head. Please get out of my head. Reflecting to me laughed back at my please. The dry, cracking voice echoes around the confines of the room. Eventually, aside from that faint noise emitting from the water pipes, it falls silent. I step back from the mirror and my breathing slowly becomes more and more erratic. Fingers start to twitch. The voice in my head whispers to me. If you're going to do it, then hurry up. Get on with it. Then I head back to my room. No. My erratic nature is throwing me off balance. I wobble my way to my desk. I managed to grab hold of a paper I had scrawled onto whilst I was awake in my inner rest. I wouldn't call it a poem, it's more akin to a tangent of a man at war with his own mind. Well, couldn't that be said with most poets? My eyes frantically scribbled the lines were written upon the paper until my eyes fixated on one in particular. I repeat the line as it proposed the scenario multiple times in my head. Quick, efficient, void of pain. In short, the person I'm looking for. The train station's only about 20 minutes away from school. Better late than never, I suppose. End up passing out in a shirt and some jeans late yesterday, so one step away already. Zip myself up, I get my trainers on and head towards the door. Before I head downstairs, I stand in the doorway for a brief moment. Process my intentions before casting my immediate doubts aside. What's the hold up? You said yourself you need now to get on with it. Nodding to myself, I head downstairs and lock the door. No, I step outside. It's quite chilly out, rather so for summer. Then again, it is the middle of the night, so it does check out. I close the door, not bothering to lock it. Turn to leave, my eyes locked on Story's house, focusing on her bedroom window. Seems her light's still on. I try to keep walking, but I can't keep my eyes from her window. For a moment, I swear I see a flash of coal pass by. Whether it's actually the case or my lack of sleep, I'm not sure. Yeah, he shouldn't. Well, I'm sure although it's a pitfall in my stomach, though I'm not being the usual sick, I've been feeling getting for the past few weeks. Making an attempt to be depressed on my plan, but I just stand there, frozen in place, frozen in time. Minutes pass, feeling like hours. Eventually, though, I bring myself to move once again, but I don't continue my intended path. I end up rushing back inside. Despite feeling dizzy, I stumble and wait in the kitchen, lean against the couch and breathe heavy as a hot flush overcomes me. What on earth was I thinking? After more moments, I head towards the fridge. Open my eyes, drift to a glass bottle. I see how it is. You'd rather drink yourself away. In my subconscious, I grab the half of the sake. Mine was, well, only a brief whisper. Yeah. It's good. You got it sorted. Well, it was. Well, I said it's never good. You know, it is. He needs to go somewhere. Avocado. He needs to go get help. But we're not. It's not really happened. Open the bottle, put it to my mouth. My nose catches a scent of a fruity scent. I take a swig and almost immediately spit it out. Oh, that's bitter. How can Maru drink that? I leave the bottle on the side for a while. Soon enough, though, I pick it up and attempt to drink it once more. The bitterness remains, but I manage to drink more of the bottle. I don't know why I never get help. Yeah, it seems to be a recurring pattern. Doesn't take me long before I finish it off. I go to leave the bottle empty, but my grip ends up slipping. The glass scatters as the bottle smashes the floor. Set the mess, so I go heading upstairs. Get up the height before I stop in my tracks once again. Multiple more thoughts pollute my mind. The vast majority of them concern those around me. Even they concern me. The thoughts keep swirling and make a detour into my bedroom. It's a quick trip as I... No. Same ones I've used times before. It's still stained. I hold up to my eye level. My breathing grows shallow and longer against its blade. Turn to the bathroom and lean in front of the mirror. Eyes fixed on the sink, then occasionally flickering into the knife. No. Can't resist the urge. Even now in my heart, I know that it could merely be a moment away. It's a question of when the moment would be exactly. I twirl it around, my palms clenched. Breathe in and out as I try to contempt every possible scenario. It's like a storm in my head with every thought reaching out, gasping for air. Inhaling deeply, I press. No. 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 Don't do that. No. Either. You are? No. I'm afraid. Afraid of losing everyone I've got. Common sense. Ah, yes. The same people you're pushing away by chance. And from I know the voice is right. I just want to see Molly again. That's too much to ask. Again with this Molly junk. How much more are you going to keep on about her? It's always Molly this, Molly that. I like her, okay? But nothing, Echo. Come back down to earth and stop yelling at yourself in the mirror for once in your miserable life. She's gone. You need to move on. You were there when she got buried. Stop being in denial. I slammed my against the mirror and rage on my head. That was the clearest I've ever been. Something hits me. Which thoughts I've been having? Have I been vocalizing them all this time? Shut with the thought. If I'm only noticing now, just how long have I been like this? For as long as you're hearing voices, Echo. I blankly myself in the mirror. Exactly the voice previously described me. Well, rather how I describe myself, I ask. I rest my hands on the cabinet under the mirror, relaxing and go with the knife. And before what feels like ever, my eye drifts onto the door. No. I can frantically open it. No. 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 Oh, this makes me feel sick. No. No. Yep. Nope. One, just... Yeah, you came back at a very bad time. No. 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 You shouldn't do this. Monica would not want this. I know you want to see it, but this isn't the way to do it. No. 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 Stop it. Put it down. Voices are coming back louder for me. Yeah, no, that's not good. It's him. I must have breathing. Okay. Whew. It's okay. That's for you'll live. I will heal. It always does. I tell myself, but that's never been this. Oh no. Oh. What? We're done. Hey, you got some common sense. Just call the police. You call the ambulance, dude. It's you need to call the ambulance. I'm just downstairs. Despite the flurry of worries, okay. Expel some form of adrenaline kicking, but no, nothing of the sort happens. I'm just dawdling down the stairs. Call Sayo. Yeah. Losing blood at this point. Yes. Yeah, rather than head inside the got him. And he calls. Yes, call someone. Help. Quickly walk to holy screen. I hear that voice from my ear. Is it help? Come on, please pick up. Go. Sorry, it's tight voice from my ears. What's going on? Sorry, girl. My voice is shaky. I messed up. My eyes drift toward my wound. Concerns. You see the concern. Everything more. At the point, this is being panic. Coming over. Oh, sorry. Call an ambulance. I'm losing a lot. Oh, come on. Yes. Oh, he's been numb. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Pad borderline horrified expression buries his head in mind as I freeze in place. Our ship's open slightly, but nothing was shouted. Sorry! I feel so sorry. Oh, poor Sayori. Poor science watch. I freed it towards me. I really messed up now, didn't I? My voice cracks. I look back to Tori's baggy sky. Eyes to the glass, see the initial look at the sky's having to shift into sorrow. I can only imagine what she's thinking. Someone she's known since a kid has done this. I shouldn't have actually come over. I'm sorry I wasn't thinking clearly. All my vision keep good, even now I still manage to hurt the ones I like. A man's doomed to keep doing that because he gets the greatest way comes closer. Yeah, in my head. Yeah. You should have known I should have known it got this bad. I'm more familiar with. Please don't blame yourself for this. This is all on me. Danica pulled her hand and moved it towards my face. Sayo, don't. Her eyes lock into mine. Answer whether it's because she knows what I'm going to say or because I said her name, but it looks more than enough to hush me. Lips quiver. Where's your bandages? A voice comes to husk whisper. They're in the kitchen. Gonna get you wrapped up before the ambulance gets here. I'm not leaving you here on your own. Give a slight nod and start walking. Ooh, walk. Grasp and sway tightly. For all I know, it could come planned. Yeah, lighter near stairs. Rachel lets go and balance up support. She looks back to me warily, but yet hope and smile. Don't strain yourself, Echo. Just take my hand. Why didn't she get her parents? Where's her parents? However, I end up collapsing. I go in pain. Echo. He rushes over to me and despite the struggle is able to pull me up in the same position. She keeps me shaking things, but I can't make out what's happening. His stammer is something audible, but I can't. In this situation, pressure. Get pressure on the cut and raise it up. And call an ambulance as quickly. But you want as much pressure and elevate it. I'm a first aider, but yeah. Because that will drastically help. And if you do have one, a tourniquet, brilliant. A lot of places don't have them, but you can use a belt as a tourniquet. Anything just basically squash the veins. Please, Echo. I don't want to lose you too. To make out her pleading expression, but still I can't bring myself to speak. Not even a word. I'm going dizzy. I'm not surprised. Desperation seems to take control of her as she grips my shirt. Please, just say something. Voice as she begs, but her plea might have fallen on deaf ears. My heart beats so down as I go into the sensation that I'm flying to some degree. Despite the voice, I had to drift off into subconsciousness. I hear them coming. Hey! Hey, hey, welcome. After an eternity, I open my eyes. Uh-oh. How are you doing? Alright, I'm doing alright. The mod we're playing is a bit, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing good. How about yourself? It's not just any rooftop, it's the school's rooftop. Oh, that's not good. We're either hallucinating or something else. Or dreaming. Here, Mona and I spend most of our time together, aside from the club size. More than that, it's the place where we first confessed our love. I smile to myself, but can't help but curious. Why here? Why now? I dead? I pat myself all over. Nope. Seemingly somewhat alive, I look down towards my arms. Miraculously, the wheels have vanished. Are you a big anime fan? Yes. It's the best thing since cheese. It's the best thing since cheese and tea. Miraculously, everything is healed. I let my arms relax and my side. I find myself walking towards the fire fence. Soon enough, I'm standing face to face with it. I've got hold of the fence with one hand as I gaze out in the distance. The city remains, then look down. Again, exactly how I remember it. I do from pilot, I gaze longingly. I go to close my eyes and just soak in the atmosphere. How often do you stream? Well, I don't know what Monica is. I don't know. Nearly every day. Also, I have a hunch. I got a hunch about this. Can I ask you a question, Olivia? I want one. Can I ask you one question? However, I feel a finger tap my shoulder. Yeah. Spin around in shock. However, my initial shock quickly fizzles as my eyes lay upon the face I've not seen for a good while. Monica? Huh? the white outfit we have never seen. Well, hey Echo, it's been a while, hasn't it? The voice is gentle and soothing as I remember. By any chance, are you a digital artist? My heart starts to flutter. We're dead. Money, heart catches a glimpse inside disbelief and see Monica again. I'm actually seeing her again. Ah, no. Okay. Never mind. That's fine. Yeah. So what animes do you like watching? I'm currently watching Akira Kill at the moment. I can't remember his full name. It's a mouthful, but it's really good. It's about a League of Assassins. At the same time, there's only one thing on my mind. Am I? Monica gently placed a finger on my lips, causing my voice to trail off. And still she has that gentle smile. No, you're not. I don't actually know how to describe this place. Like it's a rooftop and nothing else, As I'm watching Oh, yep. I started watching, after your recommendation, I started watching it. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I'm currently up to date with it. It's really good. That was a good recommendation, thank you. Yeah, so far it's really good. It's just true, nothing else. Despite her initial light-hearted tone, I noticed a heavy twinge of sorrow to what she's saying. I timidly approach her. I take her hand in mine, but my grip is furthest thing from firm. In all honesty, my hands are clammy and shaky. I even try to say her name, but it keeps getting stuck in my throat. I told you you're gonna love me. Yeah, love it. Yeah. And I agree with you that it's really good. Deep down, I know this is hard for her too. My grip falters, my arm falling to my side. The longer I look at her, the more my heart aches. Shouldn't I be happy seeing her again? I keep telling myself I should. After all, isn't this what I wanted, right? Monica. I whisper her name, her emerald eyes pierced into mine, now underlined by a tear. I go, where do I even begin? No, scratch that. How do I begin? She struggles to keep her voice steady, my starting to sting due to tears mirroring forming. There's so many things I want to ask. What happened after she got back home last I spoke to her? Didn't she see what's going on since she passed? But most importantly, why? With all these questions, I can't bring myself to ask any of them. I looked at her and realized how much I've missed her. It may have only been a few weeks for some people, but for me it felt like a lifetime. I rushed up, tears now streaming down my cheek. I wrapped my arms around her and almost veil-like grip and bury my face against her now exposed shoulder, holding my eyes shut as I do so. I lost track of how long I was sobbing. Guess every single question I have, every memory we made, and everything every day without her decided to amalgamate and come out at once. I missed you. I missed you so much. My voice remains shaky and strained. Every night I keep asking myself what happened. I keep asking myself what I should have done. I tell myself I should have done more. I know I could have done more. I could have done anything to help you get out of there, but I didn't. I was too busy trying to hide the fact I'm a wreck. I called Echo, stop. Monica's voice as she wraps her arms around me. My voice falls silent as I feel her heart racing. Stop trying to blame yourself for something I chose to do. You weren't ever to blame for that. And why? Why did you do it? I fall silent, whether due to unintentional aggression, the aggressive manner I asked that question, or solely because I asked it in the first place, I don't know. Eventually though, she breaks away from my embrace. I lift my head up and open my eyes to face her. Monica looks off to the side, deep in thought. She deep breath, partly audible breath, and looks right back at me. Never planned to do it that morning, you know. Her voice catches. No one ever told you what happened, did they? I mostly shake my head. She sighed remorsefully. After I got home, I found out Dad had planned to send me overseas to a business school. Like signed the application in my name and everything. Obviously I wasn't going to have that. We got into another argument. I accidentally broke my phone. And this time he hit me. Voice chokes. I see approach her, but stopped dead in my tracks as she opens her eyes again. My own father told me he never wanted me. That's how bad it got. She clenched her eyes shut, possibly stopping her from crying more than she already has. I stand there in utter dismay. I'm speechless. Can I even tell her I'm sorry? She tells me it wasn't my fault, she wants help, but I can't feel overwhelmed. I just wanted to get out of there. I wanted to run. I just wanted to see you again. I felt so alone without you. She pauses and takes another breath. Still I can't think of anything to say. She presses on. I didn't sleep that night. I stayed up worrying about you and panicking about what I was going to do. When I woke up in the morning, there's only one idea that came to my mind. Even if I did run off and say yours, it would be a matter of time before you showed up. I already hurt you enough, Echo. Man, I'm doing it after I've gone. So Echo, please, for the sake of your own well-being, forget about me. I already made my choice, don't let me keep dragging you down. Turns away and walks away, her soul's barely concealed. Her heart sinks. Can't forget about her just like that. For all we've been through, not a chance in the world. Monica wakes up. I manage to catch up with her. She turns to look back at me. Her expression is teary and blank. Her arms lay limp at her side. Stand apart for a moment as I sheepishly approach her and laid my trembling hands on her shoulder. I gaze longingly into her damp yet beautiful eyes, trying my hardest to keep myself together. There's no way I could ever forget you. Never in a million years. My fingers gently caress her arm. I like you. Still do. She sighs, she locks her fingers on mine. Echo. I do too, but you need to let go of me. Besides, all I did was put you under immense stress. Dragged you along for the ride. I was selfish. I hurt. Listen to me. Her voice is shuddering and barely above a whisper, but is able to hear me. She falls and her eyes are shut. It's true, after I found out about your dad, I got worried. Some nights I did lose sleep because I was scared what may or may not be happening. I promised I'd never give up on you, and I didn't plan to break that anytime soon. Never stopped. Her voice catches, opens her eyes and looks deeply into mine. Not many words for either of us for a good while. It's just two of us together, locked into his gaze, that's only momentarily broken by blinking. The sound that surrounds us is that of a heavenly breeze that brushes our skin. Lips slowly curl around a thought, longing, and above all a gentle smile. Aside from the liquid brim in her eyelids, it isn't exactly a smile she's given me during some of our more moments. Honestly, I miss just a smile. Have I asked you this before? But why do you like me so much? Even now? Think back to everything we've been through. Ultimately, mind goes to the very day we got together. There's something that always kind of stuck with me. You let me be me. The more I think about it, the more I realize that was the case with me. I raised my grip on her hands and carefully rested on her cheek. So, are we dreaming? I really hope this is a dream. I stepped closer and I kept her face in my hands. Before I met you, there's a lot about myself I didn't like. There still is. I'm still awkward. I'm not exactly the most physically fit. And I'm quite bland if you think about it. We nurse chuckle as I carry on. After last school year ended, I kind of thought it'd be the last time we speak. Then I joined the club, we started talking again. In a way, it was like no time has passed. Nah, we did. I do have the hunch here. She smiles earnestly. If you really feel like I could be myself, you didn't judge me for anything. I like you for you, Echo. It's always been the case. And it's still the case now. The music's nice though. I listen to it, yes. It is quite nice. Then tightly wraps her arms around mine, causing me to retract my hand. Quickly adjusting myself, I return her embrace. I lose track of time when I've been like this. Once more, it's just us in the breeze. Again, it feels like ages since we've been able to do this. In a soft, almost whispery tone, wish I could stay. One year, and Monica says regretfully, I know you do, but you can't. It'd be selfish for me to keep you here. Besides, you still got people down there that care about you. Right, Kate won't take this first from hers. What about you? He unwraps her arms and only moves my cheek. I'll be watching over you from up here, and I promise whenever the time comes, I'll be waiting for you. Eyes meet hers once more. You mean that? While my face close to hers, she then speaks gently. I swear to you, we will see each other again. Gently put my face close as it can get to hers and partially press her lips against me. That is a nice screenshot. That is such a nice scene. My goodness. What a mod. This is such a good mod. Like, my goodness. So our guy's still alive. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna let this play. I'm gonna go make a quick cup of tea. Real quick, and then we'll continue. I need a drink after all that. Okay, I've returned. Sorry about that. I needed to go. I want to go make a cup of tea. Also, my goodness, this mod, man. Oh, it's enough to make a grown man emotional. Me. Oh, I will admit, I'm glad I stopped yesterday, because I will admit this does hit the feels. Also, that bit where we cut ourselves. Oh, that made me feel sick. Granted, I have a very bad track record with blood. Any sight of talking about blood makes me feel faint. And I've nearly fainted because of it before. But still, no, that made me feel sick. I know, but now the feels, man, it is really good. Got my side hurting. Ooh, yeah. As I settle into the kiss, my body feels lighter. As a sensation I can only describe as electrical surges through my body. It's a defib. To accompany that, an overwhelming feeling of bliss captures both of us. It's peace, it's bliss, and at the same time the feeling provides me with a sense of hope. Hope that we will be able to carry on. Hope that I'll be able to recover. My love, my everything. I love Monica, nothing else would change me. I know that there's always going to be a part of me that longs for what could have been, and times where I wish she was still with me. If I can't live the rest of my life with Monica, then I will live it for her. Minutes pass by, and as I do, I start to feel another sensation. It's almost like I'm drifting away. I start to become weightless. Eventually I lose my hold on Monica, and her fingers slip from my cheek. As soon as I get to a point where I'm surrounded by nothing but thick clouds, the only noise that I can hear are slowly approaching muddled beats. The beats gradually become clearer and clearer until eventually I wake up. Oh, we're still alive. Oh. My eyes open, everything is initially quite blurry. My surroundings become more visible. It doesn't take long to me to realize where I am. I groggily look towards both my chest and my wounded arm. As I should have guessed from my location, I have an array of cables and tubes prodding from my body. 1,000 thoughts run through my mind in regards to what the doctors may have done to me while I was out. I really shouldn't dwell on it too much though. The important thing is I'm still here. Turn to my right, there in a rather uncomfortable looking chair next to my bed sits Sayori. Well, less sitting, she's pretty much asleep. At least I think so. Regardless, I can't exactly blame her. Man only knows how long she's been awake. I whisper to myself using Sayori as an internal muse. I'm sorry I put you through hell. I'm more concerned that I'll have plenty of time to apologise. I look away from her and towards the small glass pane on the door. Every minute I can see people walking past the door. It seems quite busy out there, but I can't exactly seem too certain. Now I would have died with her. Yeah, but she wouldn't. She like she said, she didn't. She wouldn't want that. We live our life for her, as our character said. My attention is brought back to Sayori when she lets out a loud, a bit soft yawn. She stretches before opening her eyes and looking towards me. When our eyes meet, we simply stare at each other. She has a look on her face that I can't correctly make out. Is it surprise? Is it relief? I'm not entirely sure. As soon as that feeling of uncertainty starts to settle, a soft smile starts to form across her lips. It's a very relieved looking smile. She gets up from her chair and starts to look walking towards me. She then speaks in a soft yet very audible whisper. I would do the same, but I would fulfill her wish. I would live everything for her. Yeah. You're finally awake. She's soon standing right by my side, her eyes underlined by her tears. I can't help but crack a smile in return. You know, I'd hug you if it wasn't for all these cables. My voice sounds like my throat is being rubbed with sandpaper. I know, Echo. I do too. They fall silent as she seemingly contempts. You're lucky to be alive, you know. The doctor said you went pretty deep. That definitely felt like it. I know. He looks to the side and sighs gently. He looks back at me, uncertain of what to say. As always, I can't tell what she's thinking. There's more silence between us. Could she wait for me to say something? Whether she is or not, I think she's owed an explanation for what happened. I bring her into it after all. I think I should explain myself, so I remain silent. I'm not even sure if I'm going about this the right way. Out of the blue, a smile finds her way onto her lips as she squeezes my shoulder. It's okay, Echo. Rather choose to live with it would definitely because DDLC, so I can finally become one of my loves. You don't need to say anything. I look at her in the eye in disbelief. Her looks quickly disappears. I lowers her arms until she's squeezing my hand in her own. No matter how long it takes, we'll get you the help you need. I know it's not going to be easy. I know that too well. But no matter how long it takes, I'm not going to give up on you. I promise you that. Her sky blue eyes glisten with tears but seemingly gentle. I smiled back whilst my own tears start to form. Again, I want to desperately embrace her. Internally, damn the chaos are practically holding me hostage, and damn myself for being the reason I'm here. I squeeze her hand in return. From just the look in her eyes, I can tell she understands. She might not be able to understand everything I'm going through, but in a way she knows what I'm going through. I can't keep her here though. You should probably get going. Eh? I could have worded that better. Wouldn't it be better for you if I stayed here a bit longer? So I'll be safe here. They'll probably nurse come and check on me in a bit. Besides, you look bloody knackered. I know I certainly didn't help with that in the slightest. Also, I got some stuff I want to think about. It's okay, Echo. I understand. I can always visit later. Please do. So, I guess I'll see you later then? Maybe tomorrow? I nod. Yeah. Tomorrow would be great. As I say, that's why I go to sleep. Thought crossed my mind. Through my slight, strained voice, I call out to her. Hey, sorry? It's not too much to ask. Could you let my mum know what happened? Echo? She already knows. I was asked if you have any relatives they could contact. I gave them your mum's number and... Thank you. You need to thank me. After one more smile between us, Story leaves. Once again, I'm alone. I lay back in my bed, not to no surprise, it's far from the comfiest thing in the world. But for at least now, it will have to do. I will admit, a hospital bed wasn't too bad. I've only ever been to the hospital. I've been there quite a few times, but only once I've actually had to be on the beds. They're not uncomfortable, but they're not comfortable either. They're just kind of meh. When I had to go for an operation. But no, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. It's just there. Whilst I'm laying here and staring at the ceiling, I think back to before I woke up. Back to my conversation with Monica. Even though I know it wasn't real, well, not real in the traditional sense, but it felt real. However, one thing sticks out to me, that the thoughts I had before having faded away. Me as well, I was in the hospital for a few days. Mainly because I got a UTI drinking way too many sodas. Ooh. Yeah, because it's all the sugar in it. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that's nasty. Luckily for me, I didn't have to spend the night. Always was real, yeah. Luckily I didn't have to spend the night. I went in for my operation. I woke up with excruciating pain. I then went to the doctor's. I then went to the operation the same day. And I came out. Luckily I didn't have to spend the night. Because I'll be feeling better. Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine now. It was just one of those things that happened. There was nothing. It was just one of those things that happened. There wasn't anything I could have done about it. They're like, we don't know whether or not you can eat food and whatnot. Because I was under anesthesia, they didn't. Because some people have reactions to it, and eating food can be a bit problematic afterwards. I came out. I was starving, and I had some sausages and mash. It's like, it might affect you, you might not be eating, might make you a bit nauseous and stuff like that. I'm like, I was just starving, because by that point I had nothing to eat all day. So I ate some sausage and mash, sausage, mash and gravy when I woke up, and oh, it was nice. It was, other than that, I came out the same day. Very weird though, because it felt like a day passed, but it didn't. My days were all out of whack then. But no, everything's all better now. But it's something. Just drink something instead of eating. See, that would have been sensible. I just ate. And I was alright. It didn't. I had no effects. can't look at the game the same ever again. I don't feel so good. The way I look at it, everything that happens here sucks. It's not nice. But then it also brings awareness to stuff like this. As much as it's easy to say it's a game, stuff like this happens. Probably a lot more than people care to think. I honestly thought you exploded, but good. No. I was good, it didn't affect me whatsoever. Which they were surprised about. But no, yeah, I think as much as here, it's not pleasant. The other reason why I like it, it brings a lot more almost even happened to me. Ugh. Yeah. I think everyone has some points in the town where stuff went bad. In all different ways. But then it brings awareness that, especially in this one now, it shows that as bad as it can almost seem, I'm gonna... Okay, I hope... If you need, you can take it easy. You don't have... If it's affecting you, you don't have to watch. It's making you feel that way, but... Just go get a cup of water and just take a second to breathe. However, one thing sticks out is the thoughts I have having faded away. I live for her. I just remember this and a smile forms across my lips. Internally, promise myself I'll carry on. It's not going to be easy in the slightest, but I've got people here for me. I can't let them down again. I will live on. Just need to take some things one day at a time. 6 months later. Ooh, okay, this has been some time. As my alarm blares, I groggily open my eyes. I sit up, stretch my arms, and yawn loudly as I turn off the damned noise. And check my phone. 7:30. Pull my sheets off, I get out of my bed and head straight for the bathroom. Okay, my goodness, this guy can wake up and go get his alarm, wake up, get up. It takes me forever. For me to wake up takes forever. Like, I can't just... My alarm can't go off. My alarm goes off. I need a good 5-10 minutes to actually wake up. I can't just... My alarm go off, turn it off, stand up. Because I end up falling over. Because I'm still half asleep. I can't... It takes me a good 5-10 minutes to wake up properly. Step towards the mirror and look at my face. Before I shower, I should probably shave. Gotta look presentable for the girls. I grab the electric razor from the drawer and get to work. It doesn't take too long before I finish up. After brushing off the remaining hairs, I get undressed and get ready to shower. As soon as it's warm up, my preferred temperature, I step in. Whilst the water soaks my skin, I think long hard about today. It's Saturday, in particular it's the 12th of January, my 19th birthday. If you were to get 6 months back and tell me I would make it to 19, I probably would have called your bluff. But in retrospect, I'm glad I carried on in spite of everything. There were times I was difficult, and man only knows there'll be many more like that. But I'm still here, and I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. And just stop the water and step out. After grabbing a towel, drying myself, and wrapping it around my waist, I head to my room. Upon heading back to my room, I start to walk towards the closet. Choi said she was planning something special for me today with Natsuki and Yuri. Natsuki did seem pretty busy last night, so that checks out. That being said, you shouldn't really need to dress too fancy. I pull open and pull out a black shirt and some blue jeans. Is it generic? Obviously, yes. But to some degree, I wouldn't have it any other way. After I put on my clothes and make sure my hair is presentable enough, I head downstairs. When I get downstairs, my ears perk up with a faint yet ever-distant rustling of plastic carrier bags. It seems like someone's awake. Yawn. Ugh, morning, Nat. Hey, they moved in. It's still kind of weird under she's living here, but I suppose that after 3 months, you kind of get used to it. Morning. Energetic as always. Although the can of store-bought energy drink on the counter might be the reason for energy at this time. Speaking of which, how long have you been up for? You never up this early on weekends. She scowls slightly. Oh well, here comes another comment about my snoring. I mean, I think since 6:30. Like, I had to sort out most of the food of last night. All I had to do was pack everything and just finish a couple extra little bits. You certainly moves fast. I mean, your snoring didn't help either. But that's a given. I roll my eyes with a smirk as she gives a cheeky giggle. So that coming from a mile away, but I'll let her have this one. Given what story mentioned, coupled with all the food that Natsuki has seemingly made, it doesn't take me long to put two and two together. So I'm guessing we're having a picnic? Yep. Now I know what you're thinking. Ugh. It's the middle of January, Nat. I'm gonna be freezing my butt off. At least Sori's impression of me doesn't sound as nasally as Natsuki's. Not to mention, it actually sounds like me. But it's pretty nice out today. Plus, come on, it's your birthday. I grin at her like an idiot. She doesn't seem to mind though. You wanna help me pack or anything, or... Nah, you're good. Besides, with your history of packing bags, I'd rather not just be on the safe side, you know? I sighed despite her having a fair point. I was never best at packing. After I make my way to a cup of coffee, I head to the living room. It's happy birthday, MC. Last time I ended up channel surfing for a good while, and surprisingly there doesn't seem to be much on at this time. Eventually I end up setting on a channel showing nothing but game shows. The current one reeks of the late 80s, though who am I to call something out as being cheesy? It isn't inherently a bad thing, but still. A few minutes pass by before Natsuki joins me. Our eyes end up fixated on the plasma screen, whether the show she's been seen before or she's merely confused as what on earth I'm watching seems to be undecided. The seeming silence is broken by both a small vibration and chips-like tone coming from her phone. Not being a particularly nosy person, I don't ask who it is. However, she taps my shoulder. It's Sayo. She's just going up to Yuri's. Shouldn't be too long. Given that I've never been over to Yuri's, I wouldn't exactly have an idea of how long Sayo will actually be. More time passes. Eventually, there's a trio of knocks at the door. I get up to answer it, but Natsuki bolts up from his seat and heads to the door instead. Yawning softly, I return the focus to the TV. It doesn't take long to your footsteps approach into the living room. I spot Sayo at the corner of my eye and stand up ready to greet her. With an excited smile on her face, she practically flies towards me and almost knocks me off my feet as she embraces me with a vice-like grip. Yeah, there's the birthday boy. Morning, Sayo. I always forget how strong she can be sometimes. As Sayo keeps squeezing me, I can hear a gentle giggle from across the room. Oh wow. Calm down, Sayo. I'm sure Echo's happy to see you too. Sayo releases me, allowing me to breathe once again. Sorry, Echo. Guess I got carried away there. Don't worry, you're good. Air soon finds its way back into my lungs. Sayo flashed me a quick smile before beckoning to the kitchen by Natsuki. Once again, I'm gone. It's only me and you remain. It's been a while since we've been alone together. Whilst we stand there, Yuri reverses her gaze and smiles, looking off to the side. Hey, been a while, hasn't it? Her voice is a soft whisper, but a whisper I know I can hear. It has been, yes. Yuri's voice is just as soft. How have you been? Like, how's your first semester been? First semester's been alright. I'll admit I did struggle at first, as many of the course reading list was much more complex than what I've read in the past. MC's birthday is actually March the 13th. Happy birthday, MC. Yeah. Happy birthday to him. But hey, I opted for a psychology major. She then paused for a brief moment before smiling sheepishly. Besides that, I've been doing better. I've had a lot more time to myself since I moved out. More time to think about how I am as a person. I know I might not have been the easiest person. I am working to better myself though. Happy to hear that. Like really I am. Her eyes flicker back to me and a small yet adorable smile forms across her lips. Promise? I promise. She smiles to herself, her cheeks becoming overcome with a slowly blushing blush. A over blushing blush? What on earth? My English stopped Englishing. And then your footsteps coming towards the living room, this time accompanied by the sound of rustling plastic bags. Alright, everyone ready to go? There's less than a subtle twinge of excitement in Natsuki's voice. Not that I can exactly blame her though. I am. She beams in a classic Soi fashion. I'd like to head off too. Yuri's demeanour reversed to a more calm and collected one. That just leaves me. As happy as I am seeing everyone together, it feels like forever reminds me that the sight in front of me shall always remain incomplete. It's just free staring me in the face, almost like a jigsaw puzzle laying on a table with a single piece missing. Stream exploded. Oh, for goodness sake. For crying out loud, bloody stupid restream. I'm saying a reminding face, almost like a jigsaw puzzle laying on the table without a single missing piece. And what's that piece for me? That's simple. It's Monica. I would picture you being here with me. Man, I still do most days. Whilst I've been slowly getting better, the memory of what happened still lingers with me. Sometimes like an itch that can't be scratched, but an itch I can cast away to the back of my mind, but only other times it dominates my day. Before the memories can once again cement themselves in my mind, Natsuki approaches me and rests a hand on my shoulder. Echo? You doing okay? A soft tone pulls me into reality. If I look back at her, I might have two other friends. All three of them wear rather awkward expression as if they're wondering if they should say something. BRB, okay, no problem, take your time. I quickly reveal their potential worries. Yeah, I'm fine. Let's just get going. The four of us then leave the house on a rather somber note. Aside from a brief bustle of talks, the most part of the walk is accompanied by silence. I can't help but feel responsible for the current awkwardness. I could have sworn that I was starting to get better at coping with what happened, but I'm still starting to call that progress into the question. Eventually a conversation has to kick off between them, but I end up trailing along, borderline oblivious to everything going on around me. The feeling of a finger tapping on my upper arm suddenly yanks me into reality. Hey. I looked to my side, saw his there to greet me with a sweet smile. Speaks in a soft whisper. You doing better? I nod with a slight shrug. Yeah, I'm good. Yep, real convincing. The look on her face tells me everything she's thinking. The pair of us continue walking, the ever-present awkwardness still looming. As I look up, I notice them engaged in conversation. I exhale gently and sigh quickly after. Her looks towards me with the same downcast look on her face. It's Monica? And nod silently. I know everyone says she's still with me in spirit, and I do believe that, but I still feel lost about her sometimes, you know. She's dead in her tracks and turns to face me directly. I stop to return her gaze. Echo, no one's extending, just get over. Just what happened like that? She then clicks her finger to emphasize the last part, like that's unrealistic. Sign looked towards Natsuki and Yuri, but don't seem to have noticed we stopped in the middle of the street. I'm surprised you still put up with me. I'm surprised any of you do. Echo, you've got it all wrong. Not putting up with you, it's being patient. Just like how you were with me. Claws are squeezing my hand in her own. And we're still going to be here for you, regardless of anything. Earnest smile rests upon her lips and I smiled back. The pair of us stand there for a little bit. I'm glad she's still part of my life. To some degree I can't imagine life without her. Ever so slightly squeaky voice when breaks the silence. Hey! Suki side back so slightly flustered as an agitated grumbling approaches us. How long did it take you and Yuri to realize we weren't behind you? I was going to ask for directions, and I turned around and none of you were there. So I giggled at Natsuki's expense. It's not funny. Yuri nearly started freaking out because he thought you ditched us. I wasn't actually. Natsuki chuckled mysteriously at Yuri's seeming rebuttal. I smiled, gently laughing and rolling my eyes as I do so. Yep, sorry about that. Anyway, on we go. After reacting Natsuki's and Yuri's steps, the four of us continue walking down. Oh, it's this park. After what feels like longer than usual, we finally reach the park. Whilst there's still a breeze in the air, there's also a light warmth. We all walk towards a section of the park where one of those picnic tables you typically see at parks. As we take a seat, Natsuki places her back onto the wooden surface and starts unpacking the fruits of her labour. All which may devour in a matter of minutes, especially if Sori gets her hands on it. Ooh. Yeah, I know it's a lot. Just try to take it easy, okay? As I continue to unpack, the remaining three of us simply wait in anticipation. Soon enough, the entirety of our small feast is unveiled. Both Sori and Yuri's eyes light up. I end up grinning at Natsuki like an idiot. What is it, dummy? You know, you didn't have to do all this. Well, I wanted to do so deal with it. Natsuki flashed me her signature white grin coupled with her typical sass. Just over half a year ago, Natsuki's sass would probably end up getting on my nerves. I know this park, yeah, it's a nice park. If anything now, it's honest and endearing. Sure, it can still be a pain in the butt, but she's a lovable pain in the butt. Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's eat. With gleaming eyes, we start to eat. There's a vast selection of foods available, ranging from simple sandwiches to delightful fluffy onigiri to a collection of cookies and biscuits baked by Natsuki herself. All of it tastes brilliant, and judging by the look on the others, Yuri's and Sori's faces, I'm not the only one who thinks so. After we eat some more, I break the near silence. So, can I ask Yuri about this? How's uni been for everyone? Here's the first answer. It's gone better than I thought it would. There's still some stuff where it gets a little... What's the word I'm looking for? Daunting? Yeah, that's it. But I'm getting a lot of help from my tutors and some of the new friends I made. Who is the second? Did you use Sorry, then MC and Monica. You know what? I'm confused. I'm getting a lot of help from my tutors and some of the friends I made. And what about that Ryo guy I keep seeing you with? Is he helping ya? Sorry sinks into herself with a slight smile hidden beneath a scarlet veil. Whoever Ryo is, it seems he's taken a fancy to him. Oh, that being said, I'm certainly curious. Yeah, he helps me when he can. He saved my butt a couple of times. That same slight smile returns to her face. Asuki then returns to me a flux shock plastered on her face. Oh my, Echo, you've been replaced! She burst into a fit of hefty laughter. It's not like that. Like, Ryo's nice and all, but he couldn't replace you, Echo. Some of the scarlet haze transfers from her face to mine as I sheepishly smile. You're too kind, sorry. If you want to spend more time with your boyfriend, I can't really stop you. Wait a second, did you use sorry when MC and Monica? But you know what they didn't? Oh! Yeah, that. Yeah, that was an uncomfortable bit of the game. I chuckle at how defensive she's been about not replacing me. He's not my boyfriend. Well, there's certainly something going on between you two. You're by his side every other day. She smiles at Sorry as she calls the pair of us, but Asuki persists. Oh, come on. There's gotta be something you like about him. I don't know about that. I don't know if making a short, but that's a good idea. Asuki's got a trap now. But well, he's nice, smart, very considerate. Quite handsome too, not gonna lie. What's that last part? Heard her clearly, but again, it's fun to tease her. I said what are you making me say? But me and Asuki burst into laughter, but soon enough we're joined by Yuri as her soft giggles. Oh my, I don't think I've seen Sorry this embarrassed before. Stop it! We eventually halt our teasing, still laughing a bit. I then turn my attention to Asuki. What, are you nuts? How's everything going for you? Oh, it's going great. Just great. You sound like you hate it. Well, hate would be a bit of a strong word. I mean, it's a pain in the butt, but it could be worse. I look to my right and Sorry shaking her head, but still smirking. Let me guess, because you're a pro. At least you finally admit it. That being said, I honestly can't stand most of the staff there. Especially some of the catering, the having lot, they can get so full of themselves. Okay, anything that doesn't get you riled up? Now you mention it, yeah. I met some really awesome people. Like there's one person I called Asuka, and we get on great. And the best part is we all share the same class. She says that with almost a sweet sing-along tone. Once more I can't help but crack a smile. That's great to hear, Nat. I wish I had this time to get to know people. To be truthful, I'm a bit envious. Ah, don't be worried, I'm sure you'll find someone eventually. Echo's right, you know. I mean, you made when MC and Yuri did it, so I'm more. But did I? Wait, I did that? Wait, did I? I completely forgot about that. Wait, did I? Oh! 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 Oh, I didn't I? Oh, that's my memory for you. You still have some nice, slightly broody guy who'll need to read Stephen King with you. Whilst I appreciate the sentiment, I'm not in a hurry for a relationship. I know I said I wish I had more time to connect with people, but don't get me wrong, I still do. But I'm certainly more content with the wonderful friends I have already. Anyway, got to go early, bye. Lol, another exam tomorrow. Oh, more exams. Oof, well, good luck with your exam tomorrow. I wish you the best of luck. Hey, thank you for stopping by. It means a lot. It's always good having someone to chat with. Yuri's words and radiant smile sends a warmth towards the rest of us. Sorry looking up from a face full of rice. Thank you and best of luck streaming as well. Hey, thanks. It is what I do. It's something I'm good at, and this. Well, I don't know where I was going with that sentence. But yeah. Yep. See you. Have a good day. yeah, have a good day. I got to turn my light on. My tracker's gonna break otherwise. Ah, me hairs, me eyes. Time passes and eventually the feast Natsuki had made is reduced to a mess of leftover scraps and an intermediate amount of crumbs. Not that any of us are complaining, we all enjoyed it, especially Sayori. More discussion about the girl's time at university ensures, even resulting in some more bits of teasing or Shoi's fondness for the ever enigmatic Ryo. Of course, I'm eventually brought into conversation. It's only natural, of course, especially as I didn't end up going to uni last year. After everything that happened last year, I wanted to better my mental state before contemplating going back to education. Again, whilst there's brief moments where I explained mild relapses, I can get them better. The so-called gap year has come to a close at some point. Yep, I'll be sending an application this summer, and fingers crossed I'll be enrolled at HU for September. I'm glad. Honestly, it's been a little worried about you out there. I scratched the back of my neck. I can imagine. I don't mean to pry, but how have you been the past month since we last saw each other? Can't imagine it's been easy. I think to myself for a little bit. I don't particularly want to bring the mood down, but it would be a bit disingenuous to ignore your question. I could be a bit brief about it. Well, it's not been the easiest. I'm getting better and managing everything. That's terrific news. Like, I know there'll be times when it gets hard to forget what happened, but in my heart I know she'd want me to keep fighting. In a way, I think she didn't stop existing when she passed. I think it's like her spirit still watching over us, you know? So if that sounds overly cheesy or something, I wouldn't call your thoughts cheesy. If anything, I would say it's quite spiritual way of thinking. And I can imagine it brings you to some degree of comfort, yes? I nod as I find myself smiling once more. It honestly does, yeah. Speaking of her, huh? Natsuki looks towards Yuri, who simply nods and goes, sorry. I give Natsuki a rather confused look. What's going on here? You might want to close your eyes for this. All three of us have worked pretty hard on this. Consider my curiosity piqued. I nod at Natsuki as she walks out of sight. I'm tempted to try to sneak a peek as what they prepared, but that would just be rude. Even though I closed my eyes, eventually I closed my eyes. After overhearing a short burst of whispers by the trio, I hear footsteps approach me. Arms out. I comply with Natsuki's request, raising my arms up. But a few seconds later, I feel a sort of fabric brush against my fingers. Is that velvet? I firmly grip the object in my hand. Can I open my eyes yet? Hang on a second. One more harsh whispers ensured for a short moment. Okay, I open them now. Exhale through parted lips before opening my eyes. I'm immediately met by a sight of my three closest friends giving me a bright, earnest smile. Choice and flickers down towards my hands as if they're guiding me where to look. Lastly, I follow direction and freeze in place as I decide to land on. My eyes are met with a sight of a light green velvet notebook. The edges are covered with a shiny gold border. Finished off, the text in the center is embezzled with the same material as the border. It reads, "Forever in my heart, Monica Harume." I find myself fixated to the book, but I briefly look up to the girls and make some awe and disbelief. Go on, open it. I open my eyes and look at the book and I follow Soi's instructions. Upon opening it, my vision is filled with a myriad of photos of Monica at various points in her life, almost like a timeline. I silently go through all the pages going from her early years to what I presume her teens and to 18th birthday. I've also been seeing her since I last saw her through the photos I took when we were still here. But that's something different about this. Because it's of how time has passed, maybe it could be because of the history these pictures hold. Maybe something else I can't explain. Whatever it is, it feels different. As I don't get to the last couple of pages, I feel my chest tighten. The next few pages are plastered with photos of Monica and me, some before I remember her posting online, even I've not seen before. There's some photos we took into the carnival. Real tears starting to well up in my eyes, but there's not tears of sadness, but tears of joy. Turn to the next page. Aww. It is a shame. As soon as my eyes meet the last picture, everything comes flooding back. It's one of the first pictures we had ever taken, mostly thanks to Saori. Three of us were walking home and Molly asked Rory if she could take a picture of us. We saw it was one of her favourites. I closed the book and ended up staying in the page. I closed the book and looked back up at them. Thank you. Thank you all so much. You're welcome. Molly's mum helped us a lot with this. As soon as we told her what we had in mind, she loved it. She even put money towards getting it all sorted. Roommate. I'll call her when I get back home. Turn and rest the book on the table before starting to walk towards them. Each of them give me a slightly perplexed look. I outstretch my arms and crack a smile, my eyes still damp. So I instantly know what I'm getting at. Paddy rushes in to embrace me, all sorted by Natsuki, and finally Yuri. Try to embrace them all three, but my arms barely reach around them. Lucky for me, all three of them stay close, practically enveloping me. Ray's grip is the tightest as she's first to embrace. Both Yuri and Natsuki had one arm around me, the other on Rory. Any sign of tension within me that lingered this morning has completely evaporated. I feel like I can feel myself vulnerable, something I've been slowly learning to do again. I can't keep bottling everything up. No, you can't. I remember where that road led to, and I'd be damned if I let myself go down that path again. As he said to me, I've got people here for me, people that care about me. I may not fully get what happened to all those months ago, but the best I can do is the best I've been doing. The best I can do is what I've been doing already. Press on. For them, for my family, for my own sake. And most importantly, for Monica's. Is that it? Epilogue. Oh, epilogue. My goodness, this goes on for ages. Ooh, after submitting my final assessment of the semester, I shut the lid on my laptop and breathed a sigh of relief. In all fairness, I'd be a little more surprised if it goes beyond the pass. Caffeine-fueled all-nighters seem to be my speciality lately. Oh well, I can worry about the state of my grades later. I've got more important things to do today. First, I need a wash. I fetch it out from my closet and head to the bathroom. As I get washed, I think over my plans for today. I'm going to pay Natsuki a little visit before going to see Monica. It's been a good few months since I last saw her. Today marks 2 years since she passed. I take a deep breath through parted lips. It's unreal to think it's been that long already. Again, it feels like a lifetime has passed. And in those 2 years, I wouldn't say I've gone over it. I wouldn't say I moved on completely. But it's progressively getting easier and easier to cope with what happened. I turn off the shower and step out and dry myself. I wrap myself in a towel and head to my room. Is it good for me to come back? Yep. Yeah, it's good for you to come back now. It's all... We're in the epilogue. Our character, he's gotten a lot better. Immediately go into my closet, pick up a pair of jeans, a shirt and some pants, and a fresh pair of socks. But again, dressed, I stretch up my arms. I should probably make myself something to drink. I hope you're doing okay. Oh, what a nice kitchen. I remove the excess sleep out of my eyes and make my way to the coffee machine. I try to remember how to use it. Sure, it told me enough times by now. I'll settle in eventually. After racking my brain for a bit, I start to remember and get to work. Couldn't stop thinking about Monica's death. Yeah, that was rather unpleasant. Yeah, it's getting better. I think now our character's plan now is to get cleaned up, have something to eat. We're then going to go see Natsuki and then visit Monica's grave. If you need to start watching, that's no problem. It's up to you. Because I'm fully aware this has been rather intense. With someone caught the scent of coffee I've been making or more noise than I thought. Could be both, who knows? So am I reliving with sorry? Yawn. I turn around with a tired smile across my lips. Morning, Sayo. Morning. She returns my smile. I gesture towards the coffee machine. You want one? Ooh, I love one. Alright. Just make yourself comfy and I'll whip one up. She sits on the table waiting her drink. I'm prepping everything, but I decided to start the conversation with her. You sleep well last night? Yep. But it looks like someone was in a rush this morning. I roll my eyes and smirk as I finish up Tori's coffee. I sigh jokingly as I walk up to her and set the mug down in front of her. Come on, I managed to get everything on time. Well, maybe with a few typos, but still. She laughs tiredly. Wonder how many ways you spelt definitely this time. I laugh aloud and shake my head. Knowing my luck, probably more times than I can count. I could ever admit to. Poor girl would have A heart attack? Probably. We take a seat in front of Sorry as we sip our drinks in silence. Practically chug mine before opening my mouth again. Any plans today? Her ponders for a moment, her finger tracing the rim of a coffee cup. I've got a job interview in like... She glances at the clock, trying to figure out the time. It's at 1 p.m, so I've got a few hours to go. Oh, I've got dinner with Ryo later tonight. I crack a smile and chuckle softly. Honestly, I'm glad you two get on so well. So, when do I have to start calling you Miss Marufuji? So her cheeks scarlet as she bursts into laughter. Give it a few years and then maybe. Just maybe. Heart goes all woman fuzzy. This mod is so long. We know in the epilogue, but I don't know how much. The first time I felt like I needed to sit in my back porch alone to think about it. Think about life. Yeah, this mod's really realistic. Because as well as other mods, I find it being quite... It's been quite odd. It has that very fictional feel to it. Whereas this has been quite realistic. And very gritty as well. Whereas the other ones have been very fictional. It feels very fictional. There's her hands on my shoulder. I'd ask you if you've got plans, but I already know what you're going to do. Mate, she's a mind reader. Reading our mind. So this is a nice kitchen. It's a very small kitchen as well. We've got fridge, I think that is, next to the cooker. Very modern looking house. What? I wasn't born yesterday, you know. Remember what day it is? Take a deep breath and nod. Let me tell you, it's almost impossible to get me emotional. Ah. Shows it's a good game. A good fan game. A good mod. Although in its own respect, it could have been its own mod, really. It could have been its own game in retrospect. Yeah. 2 years already. His face drops as a sigh. I know I'm not as bad as I used to be, but I still miss her, you know. I do too, Echo. I think you put it best. She might not physically be here with us anymore, but she's still in our hearts. I Bob smiling. I remember what I said. Thanks, I needed a reminder of that. It's alright. Nodding aside, I stand from my seat and start to walk out the kitchen. I just had to repeat to myself, it's just a mod, it's just a mod. Yeah. Hey, sorry? Then sorry and twiddle my thumbs a bit. I know it's definitely a tad tight to ask you if you want a hug. She hops off her chair and holds on. I smile sheepishly and nod. Please? She practically bounces up to me and embraces me in a warm smile on her face. And thank her enough for sticking up with me for this long. In all honesty, the road to recovery probably would have been a lot less bearable without her. When she sort of releases me and take a step back. You'll be okay, Echo. I promise. Thank you. Again, go to leave again before stopping once more. I'll just go put something for my room real quick and I'll be off. Alright. I can rush my room and grab a few things. My wallet, my phone, earphones and my jacket. My eyes fold onto a folded piece of paper on the resting on my desk. Something I wrote for Monica. Without hesitation, I pick up the paper and slide it in my pocket. I then go to the front door and get my trainers on. After one last goodbye and wish of good luck to Sorry, and lock the door and set off. Yeah. I will admit, wow, that's nice. Get it out of my skin. Yeah. That, I will admit, that did make me feel, that made me feel sick. It really wasn't pleasant. Put my earphones in and start to scroll through my music library. Whereas the married music I could be listening to from my walk to the bus stop. I was scrolling through the assorted abundance of electronic music and early 2000s cheese. I finally found what I'm looking for. Press play. There it is. It's a track that we had started a good few months before she passed. I still remember the day, well, especially how enthusiastic she was. It took a lot of willpower to do so, but I finished it off. I can should be happy with how it turned out. A couple of breaths, I go over my plans. Meet up with Natsuki, then visit Monica. Decided to send Natsuki a quick text, asking if she's still up for seeing me. Hey Nat, still good to meet up? So my phone in my pocket and we start my walk. What are you going to do after you complete this? Honestly, probably look for another mod. I want to look for a comedic one. Well, I wanted to either more comedic or one more scary, because although this was a given kind of horror. Not true. We also got Undertale Genocide to finish off. I also plan. I think my next one will be Undertale Genocide tomorrow. Let's do some more Undertale. Take a break from Doki Doki. I did say I was going to do Doki Doki every other day, but that kind of went out the window. I kind of just binge played for the entire game. For the past, I've played this for like past 4 days, despite wanting to play every other day. I think what I'll do is just play every other day. Actually play every other day after we finish this. Do Doki Doki every other day. And yeah. One will be, we need to finish Undertale like I said, and I want to find another mod. I think possibly try to find a funny one would be good. Then slide my phone into my pocket and start my walk. This is nice music. After making it to the bus stop, I quickly check the timetable. Please find a funny one in the air. I'll try to. Next one should be here in about 5 minutes. Guess I'll sit here and wait. A little bit of time packed before my phone buzzes. Take my phone from my pocket, bring it up to my face, then turn on the screen. As I thought, text from Nat. Yeah, we're still good. See you soon. I quickly text back before sliding my phone back into hiding. Not long after the bus finally arrives, I get on, buy my ticket, and take a seat. A lengthy ride, I find myself in a very familiar part of the city. It doesn't take me long to find my way. Eventually, I find myself in front of a relatively small cafe. The same cafe Natsuki works at. Peer through the window and sure enough, I spot the pink-haired gremlin. Quickly take my earphones out and head inside. Ooh, very nice. Upon entering, I walk over to the table where Natsuki sat. Once I get close, I tap on the shoulder. Morning, Pinky. Ugh. For goodness sake, Echo, you startled me. Natsuki mumbles her obscenities under her breath. There's an audible chuckle emerged behind the counter. I look towards the source of laughter and to no surprises, Asuka. Give him a quick wave and wave back, still clearly holding in most of the laughter. As I take a seat, Natsuki still grumbles. Sorry for scaring you. Oh, you better be. She pokes and scoffs. Look at me until I end up pulling out some stupid face. At the point she bursts into laughter. Doesn't take long for me to start laughing too. How have you been, big dummy? It's been pretty decent. How about you? I've been doing great. Definitely better without uni stressing me out. Natsuki dropped out of university a month or 2 after I started attending. Not only from what I saw her when I wasn't there, but also from my time attending, it all seemed to be dragging down on her emotionally. Whilst it does feel a little odd not having my stepsister, but with me and Sorori, I'm glad she's doing better. I would have blue Natsuki eyes lighting up. I look behind and spot Asuka walking to our table with 2 cups of coffee in hand. We set them a drink on the table. Cheers, hot stuff. Asuka visibly blushes Natsuki's compliment, smiling before they walk off. Wait, did you order these before I came? Nah, they're in the house. Ooh, thanks, Nat. Give her a cheerful smile. No need to thank me, dummy. Natsuki and I catch up more customers come and go. After some time though, yet another customer arrives and walks past. My eyes catch an all too familiar shade of violet, and judging by the gleeful look on Natsuki's face, she's seen it too. Wait for a bit, then we hear a familiar gentle voice looking back. After a couple of seconds, the lady turns around, and before she can notice us, hey Yuri. She holds her hands against her chest as she collects herself. First time I've seen her in months, and Natsuki almost gives her a heart attack. I have a quick look around to see if anyone overheard Yuri's yell. A few heads turn to look, but Yuri looks away soon after. Then she takes the next Natsuki. Good morning, you two. Morning. Morning, Yuri. Has it been a while, hasn't it? It has, yes. Have you two been good since I last saw you? I've been doing good. Been slipping up. I've been slipping up a lot less than I used to. So it's been keeping me good company a lot of time. Ryo too, whenever he pops over. How about you, Yuri? It's been a busy couple of months to say the least. I've been in a hurry to finish on my assessment and I got my final in this morning. I decided to treat myself a little. Treat yourself? You're a regular here. Asuki then returns her focus to me. Oh, you should have heard some of the stories she told me. Turns back to Yuri. Like those boys from last semester? Oh lord then. So you end up attending a different university myself and the others. I'm a little curious. What about them? Well, they were saying some interesting things about me. Granted, it wasn't anything insulting or anything. She starts nervously fidgeting with her hair. Have you ever heard of Fredu's operating complex at all? Mine goes blank. Can't say I recall hearing anything about them like that. They're calling her Mummy Echo. Oh, that is not okay. Natsuki's blunt expression turns Yuri's face blood red and makes my eyes widen. Well, certainly didn't expect to hear that this morning. Surely there's a better way of phrasing that. So let us short yet exceedingly cheeky giggle as Yuri attempts to collect herself for the second time. The next inhales. To be honest, it did make for some halfway decent adolescent evidence for one of my essays. At least, so there's an upside to all of that. Early embarrassment starts to fade as Asuka comes to drop off Yuri's tea, and then Natsuki exchanges a small smile as they go back behind the counter. Yuri takes a small sip of a drink as she looks over to me with a tinge of curiosity. I suddenly cock my head to the right. You okay there? I am, yes. It's just... Are you okay, Echo? I know what day it is. I bite the inside of my lip and close my eyes for a moment. I nod to myself and look at you. I could be better, but I'm okay. Still crazy to think it's been 2 years already. Like, that's just... Man, I don't know how to explain it. She looks down to the side of a downcast look in her gaze. Didn't mean to bring the mood down. No, it's okay. Monica may not be longer with us physically, but there's something that Sawyer reminds me of this morning. It was something I said a while ago. It's not like she stopped existing, she's still in our hearts. And personally speaking, I think she'd be thrilled that her 4 closest friends are still close. The 2 girls smiled sweetly. I think so too. Returned Yuri's smile. I really wish I wasn't busy this morning. She would have loved to catch up with everyone. More time passed. Me and Asuka and Yuri end up exchanging some more stories of our post-high school lives, a couple of stories from home, even the odd memory about Monica. Even though I decided it's time to get going, I say my goodbyes to both of them and set off. In immediate retrospect, it probably would have been better to at least ask them if they wanted to accompany me, but I've got a lot of thinking to do before I get there. Where to begin? One taxi ride and who knows how many minutes of walking later, I find myself at the cemetery. As I walk through the familiar shade of looking graves, I realise I've not been here since February. February the 14th to be exact, one of the many days I wish she was here. I say to myself, oh Mark, I wish you were still here. If you consider my visit, but I toss those doubts aside almost as soon as it creeps up. I need to do this. Deep breaths, deep breaths. I follow my own advice for a few cycles before I get my destination. In another few minutes, Monica's grave comes into view. As it does, Home? Oh, hello, Echo. She smiles towards me. I sheepishly wave back before replying. Hi. It's, been a while. Yep, a year today, if I'm not mistaken. I nod. Of course, we'd spontaneously keeping in touch over the previous year, but this is the first time I've seen her in person since the first anniversary of her passing. How have things been since we last spoke? Well, been stressful to say the least. I mean, with the divorce and everything going on, it's hard, Echo. She sighs heavily. Last time we spoke, she mentioned she was planning on divorcing Daisuke. If you don't mind me asking, how do you take the news? She visibly shudders at the thought. I'd rather not talk about it. Sorry. You're brain dead, dear Echo. A sudden smile returns to her face as she rests her hand on my shoulder. If it helps put your mind at ease, I'm staying at my sister's place for the time being. It's a safer place than what I was. I'm very happy to hear that. I'm certain that Monica would be happy too. She would be. Smiles and falters slightly as she looked back at Monica. I turn to match her gaze and look down towards the stone. We just stay there silently for some time. Coming breeze brushes against the pair of us. I reach in my pocket and gently grip the piece of paper. Can I confide in you about something, Echo? She speaks to me softly, her eyes are locked into the stone in front of us. Of course you can. She sighs before collecting herself. You know, you probably sound crazy, but I still sometimes hear her voice, and it does comfort me a lot. My lip curls and smile once more. I thought I was the only one. Up to her side, her smile still resting on her face. Her eyes locked for what feels like a good minute. Then begins to sheepishly approach me, her opening her arms and gestures for me to come close. I do the same. Soon enough, she takes me in her embrace. Stay like this for a decent amount of time. In reality, it's probably only a few minutes, but regardless, it means a lot. Eventually, we release each other. I'm sorry to bring all this up, but I've got to get going, Echo. But hey, maybe we'll see each other again soon. It'd definitely be to meet up more often. Man, it could even do a lot to fill in the gap that Marcus passed and left in our hearts. I think I'd like that. I would too. The one last quick hug, we bid each other goodbye as she walks off. Whatever she has to do, I hope she's okay. Now, finding myself on my own, I turn back down to Marcus Stone. As I gaze at time slows to a crawl, or at least at how it feels. Take a deep breath. Hey Monty, it's me again. It's been a few months since we last spoke. Things have been a bit busy. I stop momentarily, streamline my thoughts. Even though I've been here more than enough time, speaking to her like this never gets easy. Maybe I'll do one day, who knows. Like I've submitted my final assessment for the semester, now it's just to wait and find out if I'm moving on to final year. I even got around to finishing the song we had. Personally speaking, I think it sounds pretty good. Or should we here to listen to it, but stop and sigh. I needed to lighten up my thoughts a bit. The others are doing good for themselves, so I knew of wrapping up the final semester. Natsuki got a job with her parents, and heck, Sori got a fella now. I'm proud of how she's doing. And I wish you were here to see it all. You'd be proud of them all, I reckon. I took my hand out of my pocket and after a slight moment of hesitation, I pulled out the sheet of paper brought with me. It's still a crumple from the journey it had in my journey pocket, but nothing too severe. I unfold the paper and silently read through it once or twice before locking back to Monica. After trying to get back to poetry recently, I found a folder with a bunch of my old poems in it. There was some that you wrote for me. I smiled to myself, eyes flickering to the first sheet in my hand, back to engraved rock. I wrote you one. I like it. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I certainly got rusty after the club. I miss those clubroom days, I do. Anyway, enough reminiscing, I need to get this over with. Bring the paper to my face and begin to read to Monica. I know you've been away for some time. This I know. Months and months have dragged by. Me spending most of my time drunk and woe. This is I know. For days on end, I wish your fate wasn't so. This is I know. I wish your fate wasn't so. Needlessly screaming to myself, pleading to know why you had to go. Desperate, begin to grow. Begin to fester like the wound it was. My mind went places I never knew it could go. This I know. Years have gone by without you. The time learning to go on coating the old wounds with scar tissue. As back then, if I'd still be here, I'd say I didn't know. With you in my heart, though, I know I can. That's a nice poem. I really slang with a degree of confidence I've not experienced for a while. Deep down, I knew it'd be better after I rewrite the three, but I'm glad I got something down. I fold the sheet up and returned to my pocket before looking back. Hope you liked it, wherever you are. As soon as I was in my mouth, my eyes wander up. Despite that, I'm not crying. Slowly approach the headstone. When I get close, I can rest my right arm upon it and look at the sky. As my meets the very space above me, I notice the clouds have started to clear. I breathe. For the first time, what feels like my head is clear. I feel I can focus so much that I swear I cast a glimpse of Monica in the sky. Was it a mirage, perhaps? Whatever it was, it gives me a semblance of peace. Whatever it is, I know she's watching. I know what time we shared together wasn't even close to how long it lasted. Despite that, I'm glad we were able to spend that time with me. And in that time, I learned a lot from her, or at least to me, I think I've become a somewhat better person. It's cliche to say, whether or not it's as said, I don't care. I liked you, and I still do. For all I know, that love will remain for years from now. I don't think I'll see you again. However long it takes, I'll be waiting here patiently for my time. Because in spite of the lengthy wait that awaits me, I know you're waiting somewhere out there. Somewhere out there on the other end of the horizon. And that's the game. Oh wow, that was a good game. Fair play. They did a really good job. Wow, fair. That was such... Okay, I'm glad I decided to, I'm glad I decided to hold off. My stream die again? Yeah. I'm glad I decided to hold off from watching this till I'm glad I decided to call it yesterday, because I wouldn't have been able to finish it yesterday. It would have been too long. CG art by Stormlaze 71, Circle and Proxil. Yes, the art was amazing. Extra experiences outfits by Ambient Noises by Wretched Team from After School Demo and Exit Music Redux. Oh, so the same people from Exit Music Redux helped? That's cool. Wow, it was such a good mod. With exclusive BGs by Kristen and Yesel. Menu and photo book art by Ritism. Additional BGs by all those people. Special thanks to a lot of, I don't know any, but all these people. Special thanks Mary, my family, Dan Savato and Jade. Extra special thanks to you, the player. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Within. To you, the player. First of all, I'd like to apologize for the last few hours of the mod. No, this is definitely far from the way plenty of you thought the story would end. Especially if you like me, Monica is your favorite girl. Trust me, even during the early stages, a lot of stuff at the end of Act 2 and the start of Act 3 was very tough to write. I originally started writing Within around June 2021. Originally, my plan was to write it straightforward fanfic, since writing is something I'm kind of passionate about, regardless of whether it's actually good. However, after DDLC Plus rekindled my love of DDLC and its characters, hence why I was writing this in the first place. I wanted to try to turn my story into a mod like those I fell in love with, both back to my initial hyperfixation 2018-2019. Hello, welcome. Weirdly, your name's not coming up. One sec. I can't see your name. Zed, hello, welcome. Welcome, Zed. How are you doing? And more recently, granted, my only experience with modding before this was making my own Doom WSD and a couple of Doom community projects, Project Unity and Rampart, switching from the realm of Demon Slaughterer to a world home to our favorite literature club was always going to be a bit daunting, but thankfully the community was always there to provide support that actually helped me better my understanding the engine. Focusing within writing, I wrote the mod wanting to take readers on a roller coaster, a tired expression, I know. Despite this, I also wanted to add my own personal flair to the characters. I took a lot of influence from parts of myself, my friends, and other people I know. Whether the experiences I took inspiration were positive or negative didn't really matter. Who's your favourite character like Natsuki? Saori and then Natsuki in close second. Both of them, I'd be very close between Natsuki and Saori. I just hope I was able to do the 4 main or 5 VQs MC justice in spite of all. The British Sims. I was also going into this knowing that there was going to be moments in the story that would get people either on an emotional level or in a way that would net me a couple of angry DMs, but I'd rather take that risk than just play it safe. I know they gave a bunch of special thanks in the credit, but I want to take a moment to explain them. Rim, for your playthrough of the demo probably got word of the mod out there better than I ever could. K-Munger and Zero, when your playthroughs came out, I was both surprised and a little anxious, to put it lightly. Haley, aside from Zero's, your time with the mod got me worried whether or not the poor thing was going to be ripped apart like it was in Hellraiser's movies. Worries aside, the feedback from both the Let Plays and comments section provided helpful in shaping the mod into what it is today. To the talented artists that either created art for Within, I can't say thank you enough for giving life to the mod. Storm, Proxy, Crookling, Crescencer, and Yetacel. If it wasn't for you, the Within wouldn't be an entirely different mod. I'd also like to thank both Mrs. S for introducing me to Celebrant and Solving, for giving his permission to use Monica's outfits for our time. I'd also like to thank both Bomber and Guy Mandan Thomas Cristiano, otherwise known as Daft Punk. I mentioned before, I started writing Within around 2021. This was only a few months after Daft Punk split in February, so me being me, I was listening to their music a lot. So if you're ever curious as to why the soundtrack features them a lot, there's a part of your answers aside from just really liking Daft Punk. I'd also love to thank Amara, Sakura Maiden, my family, my fiance Jade. Amaral gave me the okay for me to use her track, If You're Beauty, in the mod, but in general my family and fans have been very good support during Within production and have been there for me on my off days. I think Within would have taken longer to finish it was for them. Lastly, one person I'd like to mention would be you. The person's playing this mod, I want to thank you for coming on the journey. You know, wild ride full of twists and turns, some expected and probably some you didn't. In the end, I just hope the wait was worth it in some degree. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being part of this journey. I've got a few ideas for mods I want to do post Within. There's a Yuri focused romance mod, my own personal take on Stories After concept. Man, there's even an idea of mashing up DDLC and Scream. I've not decided where I want to go next, but I hope you'll join me there. All the best, Callum Pun Free. So that's the creator. Hey, and that's the game done. It's Doki Doki Within complete. Yikes. Do you know what the secret ending is to DDLC? I forgot to save on Yuri's second CG. Yeah, I've done the secret ending, or also known as the good ending, for DDLC. Yeah, it is worth it. It is a bit of a pain to do, because you got to do all the routes in one time. Although if you played the game before, you can just literally skip through it all. But no, the secret ending is really good. So yeah, that's Doki Doki Within complete. That was a really good mod. I think in total it took us 2.5. That's 2.5. That's 4. So that's 2.5, 6.5, 6.5. How long have we been streaming for? 6.5, and then this one's took 2.5 hours as well. That's 9. 10, 11 hours 40. That's not too bad. That's quite a long mod. I thought I stopped the auto skip, so I went to get water, but the CG got skipped. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I've never used the auto skip myself. Yeah, but ooh. Yeah, that's annoying. But did you need to save? I didn't save. Well, did I? I don't remember that. Don't remember a thing. I must have saved the poem writing. I must have saved, yeah. It's just been so long since I played the base game now. Because I played the base game, oof, probably kind of months ago. Let me see. When was my last one? I know I think my last time I played the base game. It's actually good. The longest part is the favorite in the poems to a single. Yes, it is very tricky. Replace the base game. Replay the base game. I'll probably say if you do. Now I probably won't. It's getting late, and I gotta be mindful of other people in my house. Plus, I will, as much as I like the DLC, I don't think there's much replayability. Yeah, I did Doki Doki Plus back at February, the start of this year. You in the UK too? Yes, I am. I am from the the United Kingdom. I don't know if you call it great, but I'm from the United Kingdom. Yeah, so I played both the mods again, started this year. No, both the mods and both Doki Doki started this year. When did I first play? I know I played Age. Did I play Age? No, I never played Ages Ago, did I? Although I've been aware of Doki Doki long before that. I try to get all Easter eggs and secret poems. But, so, yeah, Doki Doki Plus is good for that. I played. Doki Doki Plus took me forever to beat. I've 100%ed it, but it took me forever. Also, the base game was scary. Yeah, the base... Getting 100%... The 100% getting a perfect poem for all the members took me forever. But I tried today by 10 seconds, by the way. Yeah. It's just the nature of stream. I've lowered the delay as much as I'm allowed, but I really can't do much more about it, sadly. I've put the delay as low as I can, as it'll physically let me, but my streamer latency is ultra low, but obviously there's still a decent delay. But yeah, I can't do much about that, sadly. But no, such a good game. I need to figure out what Doki Doki what I want to do next. Not really sure what one to do next. What ones? I'm really not sure. Ones I'm I want the more comedic one is my plan. I want a more funny one. Because we've played a lot of these ones have been quite these have been kind of a lot of heavy ones. So it'd be nice to do a bit more laid back one. These look really not great. Parfait Girls. What's this? Very short. The Suki wants to try becoming a YouTuber while looking for a job at the same time. What kind of path will she choose? Would you play it to do? Maybe like 2? Playing the base game? Is this the base game you're referring to? Old friend. This is holds about a dog and straw. Your best friend. You are the dog, by the way. No, I don't like that. Yeah, it's gonna go weird. What's this one? I'd probably have to pass now if I'm being honest. as much as I like the game, there's not really much for me to do in replaying it, because I've seen everything there is to see already. Now, what's this double trope? Where finds a magic stone that divides the two personalities, making you have two stories, and they're confusing. These mods seem a bit meh. After story, before story, palpable. Yeah, well, so we probably want I probably won't be doing that, but yeah, well, anyway, I think what we're gonna do, thank you for watching, and I think that's gonna be it for today. I think tomorrow's gonna be, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'll do something, whatever that something is, I'm not sure. But let me see, I have to decide. Whatever that is, which will be, whatever it is, I'll definitely be live tomorrow. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you have done so, if you have enjoyed, please consider following and subscribing. If you have done so, thank you very much. Well, I might repeat myself. I feel like I said that. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah. We should be again live tomorrow, do something else. So I hope you have a good day, afternoon, morning, evening, night, whatever time it is for you. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.